everybody have attested to, our borders are very, very porous, and the smugglers of these small arms and light weapons are having their days across our various borders. And what we are trying to see at the strategic level is that border security management is high time that Nigeria try to exploit technology more than ever before. Apart from that, we need to also work together in collaboration with our neighbors. We have more than 1,500 porous borders that are not manned by our people. Illegal routes that people can come into Nigeria. And of course, as earlier stated by all the speakers, we have neighboring countries, strategic neighbors, where they're having crisis and all that. So all these weapons actually flow into Nigeria, apart from those that have been imported from outside Africa. But most importantly, interagency collaboration and whole of society approach is what we need. We cannot say we want to secure our border without carrying along the border communities. These are the key people. The work that the border communities can do, I want to say, is of the same with the immigration and customs and any other security agencies that are at the border. So the moment we are able to win the hearts and minds of these border communities, they will be able to work in collaboration with security agencies to be able to secure our border further. But the moment we leave them behind, they are going to be very easy collaborators with the criminals, and they'll be able to make more inflow into Nigeria. But a little away from that is that most time when we talk about prohibition of small arms and light weapons, we always focus on those imported weapons. And of course, about 15% of small arms and light weapons in Nigeria are locally made. They are craft weapons.
Made in Nigeria?
Yes. There's a statistic to that. Small Arms Survey and the National Center for Control of Small Arms and Light Weapons. The report of 2021 actually states that 13 out of 100 Nigerians, they have weapons.
13 out of
firearms, yes, 13 out of 100 Nigerians. And 14% of households in Nigeria, they have firearms in their house.
And why is that?
Simply because we've not been able to, like Kabiru Adamu said, have a very formidable regulatory agency that will be able to do this. By the time the National Center for the Control of Small Arms and Light Weapons metamorphosed into a full commission with a full power, and we have regional and states and of course local government centers where we can actually mop up this, create awareness and regulate the conduct of our blacksmiths and professional welders. Believe you me, with 20,000 naira, a welder and a blacksmith can collaborate and bring out a weapon for you in less than 3 hours.
What about the bullets?
The bullets, you see, we have locally made bullets, we have foreign bullets, we have many options of getting all that. And these are professionals in their way. They've studied what they call the street language, the English. The foreign-made weapons are called English. And by the time they see English and they study it, they come up with a good parody of it. And
close to it.
Yeah, and it's off to the market.
I want to ask, what does English means? Why do they call it English?
Yeah, because in the colonial days, when the colonial, like the AIG said, the Firearms Act of the colonial era actually, ban, and regulate the possession of arms. So to possess English-made weapon was a kind of a thing of privilege. So when you have a British-made weapon, this is English.
Like a Magnum.
Yeah, you know. So English. So by the time when you go to the street, English, you ask English. So they study the English, I think, and a foreign product, and you know, imitate it and come up with an instrument of criminality.
Okay, but that isn't quite as bad as one may think. This is not to, you know, deviate from the issue, but if we, rather than the way we go about it, harness the potentials in this regard, that could make for some security and economic gains, don't you think?
Absolutely. You see, we have DICON, and the military industrial complex of Nigeria is evolving. Unfortunately, we did a kind of a disservice to DICON after the war, the Civil War. During the Civil War, DICON actually surpassed its capacity and, you know, supply the requirement of the armed forces and all that. But after the war, we lost the political will, and DICON became what it has become today. And we need to, you know, do a thorough study and survey to analyze the potentials of Nigerians who can actually work in the military-industrial complex and see how we can galvanize DICON and other private, well-vetted private armed production companies where we can fix these people and annex this potential to be able to make Nigeria self-reliant in terms of weapons and military equipment.
Yeah.